Okay, so this is the first part of my walk to see two things really. How far I can walk in a day, comfortably-ish, and also if it's possible to walk to the seaside from the front door of my house. Just leaving the outskirts of Edenbridge now. I've already been walking for about 15 minutes-ish. I've already done about just over a mile and a half. So I've walked from the house through town and outside the border of the town, and now just heading out through the countryside. I've decided the route I'm going to follow from Edenbridge through a lot of countryside to this big reservoir called Buell Water, which is about 20 kilometres away, and then through cross country again another, I don't know, 30, 40 or 50 kilometres down to Rye by the coast. No idea if this is doable or not. I'm just going to see how far I get. Okay, so an hour and a half after leaving the front door, and just over 8.1 kilometres, I'm now in the village of Hever, known for Hever Castle, where Anne Boleyn used to live. Making fairly good time. I think it's kind of unlikely that I'll make it all the way to Rye. It's a hell of a long way still to go. The battery on the GPS is already dying. But yeah, pretty happy with things so far. And further updates to come. Just in some woodland now. I'm just leaving the grounds of Hever Castle. It's good how the terrain changes so suddenly from fields to roads to woodland. I've now properly left the Shire behind, because I've never been this far before from Edenbridge. So see how things go from here. Just a quick stop because I've arrived at some llamas. Hello, sweetheart. Okay, I'm approaching Hill Hoath now. It's just a little village on the map with it's pretty tiny, not much special to it, but that's where I need to turn south and come off this route, join another one for a few kilometres before I then join one of the more main routes. I think it's the Sussex border path, which is what I'll potentially be following all the way to Rye, but yeah, how likely that is we'll see as we progress on. It's 10:17 now, so I've been travelling for about an hour and 50 minutes, just a bit less than that, and saying I've done 10.5k, which actually isn't that much. Got to be more than that. Yeah, saying 10.5k. So cool. It's quite a scenic woodland here, so, and I think it's about to open out into more open countryside. So more of this later. So my pace has slowed a bit now. Had to stop for some food. And the navigation's been pretty difficult. A lot of the trails aren't particularly well marked. That was the 15 kilometre signal, so I've done 15 now, and I've been going just over 3 hours, so I did quite a good pace at the beginning, but it's slacked off a bit now. I'm now going through this picturesque bluebell woodland. I'm heading down, got a few kilometres to go, and then I'll hit the Sussex border path, which I presume marks the Sussex border between Kent and Sussex. And from then on it should be quite flat for quite a long way, because it follows the Kent water, potentially all the way as far as Buell water, which is quite a long way away. So hopefully from now on I'll be able to get a good pace, stop for lunch in a bit, and then plan the way ahead. Well, I've made it to the Sussex border path and the Kent water, which isn't quite the massive river I was expecting. It's merely a stream here. I almost missed it, but nevertheless I've now walked a considerable part of the length of Kent from north to south, and just the other side of that stream is officially Sussex. So the next, I've now done 17k in 3.5 hours. Not pushing myself too hard. So now I follow the Kent water for quite a long way. Looks like the next major landmark is probably Groombridge. So more updates later. Okay, just film me again, because this is the point where we leave Kent and enter Sussex. This bit of ground Kent, this bit of ground Sussex. Just walked through some of the most beautiful countryside I've probably seen. Absolutely spectacular houses. It's probably the perfect place to live, really, if you've got a few £1,000,000 burning a hole in your pocket. So next stop, Groombridge. It's quite a long time since my last update. I've been through Ashurst since. I'm just entering the outskirts of Groombridge soon. It's now 1:30. It's been about 23k altogether. I'm definitely not going to make it to Rye, probably not even to Buell. I might just have a pub lunch in one of these villages and get the train back, because its pace has been a lot slower than I expected, because the navigation's been quite difficult. Some of the paths are marked, but some aren't, so end up having to stop every couple of 100 metres to check the map, and it's just really slowing things down. So yeah, anyway, it's been a good day, and see how far I get. Okay, so it's now 2:10, done about 26k, just in the southern outskirts of Groombridge. I've worked out, even if everything went well with navigation, it'd probably take me till 10 o'clock at night best to get to Rye. It's probably 11 o'clock at night to get to the coast. So it's not really a sensible thing to do. I think it is possible, but it really is like a 5 in the morning start needed, I think, and be a bit of a thrashing. The navigation's quite frustrating. It's just the constant sort of stopping to check the map, and if you don't, it only takes one slightly wrong path to take, which is easily done, and then you waste half an hour. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello. Can I walk behind you? You're not going to kick me, are you? I'll try it. Thank you. Yeah, as I was saying, it only takes one slightly wrong turn, and then that's half an hour wasted usually. So it's just not worth the risk. You have to get it right. And to get it right means you have to stop, check the map all the time, which really slows things down. If this was just a straight case of getting your head down and beasting yourself, it would be quite a lot simpler. So I'm going to go to a town called Eridge, We just got a train station and a pub, have a pint, and be back at home in time for dinner. Thanks for watching, and here I am, end of the journey, Eridge. Time for a well-earned pint, and hopefully a train home. That's the end.